Bitcoin has survived the massive liquidation event that happened Friday the 10th, now known as Black Friday, which was the single most biggest liquidation event in crypto history, where we got our first $14,000 candle. I think they said $20,000 candle. Maybe probably on Binance there was a $20,000 candle. It was only $15,000 on Coinbase, but it was a massive liquidation event. Bitcoin has survived after retesting $111,000 and getting a bullish engulfing candle on Sunday with a little bit of follow through today. It's a federal holiday, Indigenous Peoples holiday today. So we're getting a little bit of low volume, but it has survived and we're back above 1125. So it's looking good. Ideally, I would love to see a pullback to this level for a possible long to go higher, and also to dip buy some altcoins as some things are lower, but they kind of already rallied off of their highs. Like Solana's up 20% off its highs. I wanted to buy some SOL, but I was a little bit too slow on that one. But Bitcoin is looking good, right? Back above the level, above all these key levels. That's good. So we're looking good. We had that nice shakeout and it's looking good. From a fundamental perspective, we know that BlackRock is still buying. Here's the news on that. BlackRock bought 45,000 Bitcoin worth $5 billion dollars at an average price of $105,000. So we know that they're still buying. So when it comes to a fundamental perspective, Bitcoin is still looking good. There's nothing that's really changed. We know that CZ is also predicting that Bitcoin will reach about 500 to $1 million this cycle. Now, what does this cycle mean? No one really knows because we don't know, when the cycle will end and when a new cycle will begin. If this cycle is going to be ongoing for many years, then it can definitely reach that price target, because if BlackRock continues to buy and there is no more Bitcoin and the US government continues to buy and take stakes in Bitcoin, creating treasuries, well, what do you think is going to happen to the price? We're going to continue to rally. Now, let's look at this on the monthly time frame to like really put this in perspective. So we're getting a little bit of exhaustion, the same exhaustion wicks that we got on Hyperliquid. And we haven't really gone back to retest these highs on the monthly time frame. So that could certainly be, what is that, around 100,000. We could definitely see a pullback to that level. But for Bitcoin to go all the way up to $500,000 this cycle, we're looking at an appreciation in value of about 340%. It's not a matter of if it will get there, it's when will it get there, because it will get there so long as all these institutions and the governments around the world are buying this asset. It will get there. So that's why I say don't sell your Bitcoin. I don't sell my Bitcoin. I understand that some people want to take profit to dip buy or rotate into alts. That's fine, but as long as you rebuy your Bitcoin and hold it for the long run, then you're fine. But I personally do not sell my Bitcoin because it's hard to time when the top is. Now, let's look at some oscillators, shall we? So money flow is still looking good. We're seeing a little bit of bearish divergence in the oscillators, getting a little sell signal right there on a weekly time frame. Let's see the monthly. Yep, same thing. Seeing a little bit of weakness on the oscillators over here. So from a trends perspective, we're still fine. From a volume perspective, we're seeing a decrease in volume, which is contractionary. We need sustained high volume in order to continue bullish price action. But overall, it's still fine. Let's fix this. I'll fix this later. But the trend is still supported. It's still looking good. I would just personally like to see a bigger pullback to this $100,000 level. We got a nice little 4-star on the weekly. This is also a demand zone right here. So we can get another, like a bigger pullback. That'll be a excellent long position. And then you can get like a really good equitable trade off of that. But from A shorter time frame pulling back to this level would still be excellent for me. Now, witness how amazing this 200-day uh moving averages. The 200 days at the bottom, the 150 is the top. So it's like a little cloud. Look how strong this cloud is. By the way, if you want the indicators, the link will be in the description box below. You'll get access to the core levels indicators and the confluence indicators. But this is amazing that we're still holding this level. Like, this is super bullish. Now, my question is, what happens if Bitcoin starts to do the thing that gold did and does? Wouldn't that be amazing? Like, gold has been an extremely stellar performer, and Bitcoin can also do that as well. It's just that gold is more of a tried and true. It has a lot more institutions set up around it, so it's a lot more ready available to the public to purchase it. And Bitcoin has some things as well, but it hasn't been around as long as gold. It's still a perceivable risk on asset, not a risk off asset. Bitcoin won't be a risk off asset probably until it hits about $1 million, like legitimately about $1 million. Then people will like, okay, we should probably, this is fine. But you're still pretty early. I keep telling people, like, a very small amount of people are actually investors in crypto and Bitcoin, and you're still super early. So as of now, Bitcoin is still looking good. Like, we had that liquidation event, but it's still holding strong. And we know that BlackRock was buying at $105,000. It didn't even really get to that level on the Coinbase chart, so they must have got it OTC, over the counter, with some really good deals. We still don't fully know who was behind that liquidation event. We know that there was some insider trading with someone who put on a trade right before Trump gave his speech, but we there people are speculating that it was Barron Trump. There are a lot of tweets that were saying it was Barron Trump, because Barron has, I think, made like nine. He made like a lot. He either made a million, like, what is it, nine figures, or $1 billion. So he's made a quite a bag off of the crypto. And it's pretty easy when you have insider information, right? When you know what your dad's gonna say, it's pretty easy to time the market. But looking this is so far looking really good, and I'm really excited for what comes next, because we've had these major liquidation events in the past, many times before, and we haven't really had one in a long time. Like throughout this entire run, I'm gonna turn the indicators off so we can just look at the price action. Throughout this entire run, we really haven't had any like super crazy liquidation events that completely like disrupt the market and shakes people out. Like, when we got these pullbacks here, it just pulled back to support and it kept holding. And then we had this bearish back test right here, which gave us a pretty much a bearish engulfing candle on a daily. And that really spooked people, because that was like a 10,000, like a $9,000 candle on Coinbase. And we were about to break down, but nope, reclaim, settled, and it failed again. And then we reclaimed again with an enormous bullish engulfing candle. So we really haven't had any super crazy liquidation events this whole run. Like, even on August 24th of last year, where we had this insane sell-off right here, which was about $9,000. So it was about the same. And then it's even more bullish because it was a huge rejection wick off of this 52K level, and it double bottom here, and then it rallied, and it was gone. So it's like, this entire run, I'm looking for like a crazy liquidation event, and there just hasn't really been one. And I think that's like incredibly bullish and stable for the price action, because and like, people are not selling their Bitcoin. Like, they're starting to lose faith in the dollar. And if the dollar continues to sell off and show weakness, we know that the Federal Reserve is cutting interest rates this month. Was it last month? I think it was last month, and they're doing some more cuts this month. So we know that they're cutting interest rates. So the dollars actually hasn't been doing so terribly. If you look at the price, let's go to look at gold, looking good. I have like a little gold trade I'm waiting for over here. If you look at the dollar has actually been recovering. Like it's trending. As you can see, it's above the moving averages. So it's been recovering after it bottomed out at about 94, 96, $96. It's been rallying. So it's trying to make its way back up to 100, which is we're about right here, right below this red line is. So like as you can see, if we like zoom out, this is the 1 hour time frame. Let's go to like the 4 hour time frame. It's been kind of like in a bit of a range, but like in a short term recovery, uh, and a long term downtrend, but it's been recovering. And once this recovery starts to end, then the bull run will be back on. But as of now, people are a little bit shaken up. They're a little bit scared, so they've been trying to get out of a lot of risk on assets, which has been really pumping the shit out of gold's price. I mean, gold is just fucking phenomenal, man. Like this has been like the trade of the year. If you're in gold and you just set it and forget it, I mean, you are just doing absolutely well for yourself. Like this is just phenomenal, man. Just phenomenal. So this is the type of stuff that we want Bitcoin to do, and eventually it will do this type of stuff. It's just, can you be, can you not lose all your money during these liquidation events, and keep your cool and keep your patience and stay steady until we get some good levels to buy Bitcoin at, because eventually it will do that. All right, that's all for this speculation. Stay in touch with the links in below. I'll catch y'all in the next one.